Alright, you've decided to start a side hustle. You're taking the first step into the world of freelancing to earn what you're worth finally. And you land on the two biggest names in the game, Fiverr and Upwork. You've probably already spent hours, maybe even days, creating a profile, trying to craft perfect gig description, and maybe you've even sent a few hopeful proposals out into the void. But what if I told you that for most people starting out, the choice between these two platforms is a trick question? What if the whole Fiverr versus Upwork debate is a massive distraction from what really matters? And that the big mistake, the one that causes so many freelancers to quit within their first few months, has nothing to do with which platform you choose, but how you show up from day one. I know, because I made this exact mistake. I wasted a solid 6 months bouncing between these two sites, earning almost nothing, and I came dangerously close to giving up on the whole idea. In this video, I'm going to pull back the curtain on the hidden traps that baked into both of these platforms. A trap designed to turn your valuable skills into a cheap commodity. And more importantly, I'm going to give you a different way of thinking that will not only help you dodge this trap, but will set you up to succeed, build a real income, and turn that side hustle into something you are truly proud of. Every new side hustler ends up at the same digital crossroad. On one side, you've got Fiverr, on the other, Upwork. The internet is flooded with advice telling you to pick a side, treating it like it's the most important decision you will ever make. This is where you get stuck overthinking everything, feeling like if you choose the wrong door, you're doomed from the start. Let's be honest about how this usually plays out in our heads. You look at Fiverr and it seems like the easy way in, a beginner-friendly choice. Its whole vibe is built around simplicity. You create a gig, which is just a productized version of your service. I will design a business logo. I will write a 500-word blog post. It feels clean. It seems passive, like you can just set it up and wait for the client to roll in. Platform is bright and easy to use, making you feel like you can start earning money with just few clicks. So you think, this is where I'll start. It's less scary, perfect for getting that first sale. Then you glance over at Upwork and it feels like the serious platform. This is where you hear about long-term projects and big-name clients. The setup is more traditional. Clients post jobs and you write a specific proposal explaining why you are the person for the job. Upwork markets itself as the place to build real going client relationships with things like hourly contracts and payment protection. This feels like the real way to freelance, the path to sustainable income. But it also feels like a mountain to climb. It's more work upfront, a detailed profile, constantly hunting for jobs, and trying to master the art of proposal. So you're paralyzed. Do you opt for the seemingly easy, yet potentially low-paying world of Fiverr? Or do you brave the complex, competitive, but maybe more rewarding world of Upwork? You burn days agonizing over this, trying to figure out which algorithm to please. And that's right there. That's the mistake. The mistake is thinking that the platform is your business. It's believing your success or failure depends entirely on which website you sign up for. You are handling all your power to an algorithm before you even made your first dollar. You are asking, which game should I play? When you should be asking, how do I build a business that uses these platforms as a tool? Seeing that difference is everything, and missing it is the first step into the trap that is waiting for you, no matter which path you take. Every side hustler ends up at the same digital crossroads. On one side, you've got Fiverr, on the other, Upwork. When you let the platform lead, you're setting yourself up for one or two soul-crushing outcomes. Let's call them the Fiverr race to the bottom and the Upwork void of silence. Both end in the exact same place: frustration, burnout, and a dead side hustle. First, let's walk down the Fiverr path, the one that seems so easy. You sign up full of hope, you see what other sellers in your niche are doing, and you pretty much copy them. A logo designer sees gigs for $10, so they offer their logos for $5. A writer sees a 1,000 words for $20, so they offer 1,200 for $15. You hit publish, lean back, and wait for the magic to happen, and then nothing. Days turn into weeks. You are obsessively checking your stats. Impressions are low, clicks are zero. Panic starts to creep in. My prices must be too high, you think. So you lower them again. You are now basically offering to design a custom logo for the price of a cup of coffee. Finally, you get that first launching notification and order. But your excitement dies fast. The client is a nightmare. They want a dozen revisions. Their feedback is confusing, and they treat you like their personal 2-4 servant. You spend 10 hours on a $5 project, which means you just worked for 50 cents an hour. You tell yourself it's just for the review. But it isn't. You are now officially trapped in the Fiverr race to the bottom, competing against the global army of people willing to work for less than you. Your skills feel worthless, your passion is gone, and the dream of a profitable side hustle has turned into minimum wage nightmare. You burn out, convinced freelancing is a scam. Now, let's rewind and try the professional path, Upwork. You decide to skip the cheap gigs and go straight for the high-value clients. You spend a whole week building the perfect profile. You get your profiles verified, upload your best work, and write a killer bio. You do everything right. Then you start looking for jobs. The reality hits you hard. Most jobs are either looking for a unicorn expert with a decade experience, or they are entry-level gigs paying shockingly little. You finally find a project that looks like a great fit. You spend the next hour, maybe two, writing the most thoughtful, personalized proposal you can. You study their business, explain exactly how you can solve their problem, and pour your heart into it. You hit send and silence. Your proposal is viewed, or you get no reply. You do it again and again. You burn through your monthly connects, the tokens you pay for just to apply for jobs, and all you have to show for it is a list of spent proposals in an empty inbox. The doubt starts to poison your thoughts. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe my portfolio sucks. Everyone else here is way better than me. Imposter syndrome completely takes over. You see freelancers with thousands of dollars in earnings and feel like it's impossible. After a month or two of shouting into the void, you give up, concluding that you just don't have what it takes. See the common thread? Whether it's the burnout on Fiverr or the rejection from Upwork, the result is the same. You waste months, your confidence is shot, and you quit believing you failed. Or you didn't fail. Your strategy failed because you made the platform the hero of your story instead of making yourself the hero. So what's the answer? Picking a platform is the key question. What's the right move? The solution is to stop thinking like a freelancer and start thinking like a business owner. Platform isn't your boss. It's your career. It's a tool. It's just a marketing channel. No different than LinkedIn or email or networking events. When you make this mental shift, the game completely changes. The big mistake isn't choosing the wrong platform. It's showing up without a plan and letting the platform tell you what you're worth. This new approach, the platform agnostic mindset, has three parts. First, and this is the most important shift you will ever make, stop selling a generic skill and start selling specific solution to a painful problem. 99% of freelancers who fail say, I am a writer or I am a graphic designer. They are selling commodity and there will always be someone cheaper. The successful 1% say things like, I help tech founders write blog posts that get investors' attention, or I design logos for e-commerce brands that build trust and drive sales. See the difference? Commodity is interchangeable. A solution is priceless. When you sell a solution, you stop competing on price and start competing on value. Your first job before you even log into Fiverr or Upwork is to answer this question: who do I help and what painful problem do I solve for them? Once you know that, the platform becomes your playground, not your prison. This leads to the second component, the two-platform strategy. Instead of viewing Fiverr and Upwork as rivals for your attention, you are going to use them strategically for two totally different things. Use Fiverr as your lead magnet and proof of concept engine. Forget trying to make a living on Fiverr. That's not the goal here. Fiverr's strength is its speed, which makes it the perfect lab to test your new problem-focused service. You won't create a generic, I will write a blog post gig. Instead, you will create a small, specific, and irresistible offer that solves one tiny piece of your target client's big problem. For example, if you ultimately want to sell big SEO content packages, your Fiverr gig would be, I will research 10 high traffic, low competition keywords for your tech blog. Or if you are a web designer, you can say, I will record a 10-minute video review of your homepage and find 3 things you can fix today to increase conversions. These are high value, low risk offers that get your foot in the door. The goal isn't to get rich. It's to get your first 5 to 10 clients fast, stack up glowing 5 stars review, and get real proof that you deliver results. You're using Fiverr to build a portfolio of success. Once you have that social proof, you execute part 2 of the strategy. Use Upwork as your high ticket relationship builder. Upwork is where you scale your income. Its structure is perfect for bigger, long-term projects. Now, you are not showing up as a desperate beginner. You are coming in as a proven expert. Your Upwork proposals are no longer just hopeful pleas. They are case studies. Instead of saying, please hire me, I'm a good writer, you will now say, I recently helped 3 e-commerce stores identify keywords opportunities that led to an average of 20% traffic boost in their first month. I see you are an e-commerce brand trying to improve your SEO, and I'm confident I can do the same for you. Feel free to check out the reviews from my recent clients. This approach instantly launches you into the top 5% of applicants. You are no longer a cost, you are an investment. And this is where the fee structure can work in your favor. While Fiverr takes a flat 20% of your earnings no matter how much you make, Upwork's fee structure is different. As of 2025, Upwork uses a variable fee for new contracts that can range anywhere from 50% down to 0% depending on the project and other market factors. This means for the high-value specialized work you are now targeting, you have the potential to keep much more of your money compared to Fiverr's rigid 20% cut. And hey, they are sitting there thinking, I don't even know what high-value problem I can solve. Don't worry, I've put together a free guide that breaks down 50 profitable freelance niches that are in high demand right now. The link for that is down in the description. This brings us to the third and final piece of platform agnostic mindset. Your ultimate goal is platform independence. This is a long-term game. Fiverr and Upwork are your launchpad, not your final destination. Every project is a chance to build your brand, collect testimonials, and put them on your simple portfolio website. Ask happy clients to connect on LinkedIn. As you build a reputation for getting incredible results, referrals will start coming in. Clients will begin to find you directly. Eventually, you want to get to a place where most of your work comes from your own marketing, completely bypassing the platforms and their fees. You will no longer be at the mercy of an algorithm change or a new competitor. You will now own your business, you will own your clients' relationships, and you will have true financial and creative freedom. The platforms are a powerful way to get started, but the end goal is to build a business that stands on its own 2 feet. So let's tie this all together. The big mistake is not picking Fiverr over Upwork. The big mistake is letting a platform define your value. It's showing up as a generic commodity in a marketplace that is built to crush commodities. The second you stop thinking like a platform user and start thinking like a business owner, you change the entire game. The path forward is clear. First, define who you help and what problem you solve. Second, use Fiverr strategically as a lab to get proof and build a portfolio. Third, use a proof on Upwork to land bigger, higher paying clients. And finally, use every single project as a stepping stone towards building your own independent brand. The choice you have to make today isn't about 2 websites. The real choice is whether you will keep being a directionless seller in a race to the bottom, or if you become a strategic problem solver who builds a real resilient business. You have the power to make that choice right now. If this video shifted your perspective on freelancing, hit that subscribe button for more strategies to help you build your side hustle. For your very next step, check out this video right here on the top 5 rookie mistakes to avoid on your profile to make sure you start off on the right foot. And now, I want to hear from you. Have you fallen into this trap before? What was your experience being on these platforms? Drop a comment below. Share your story.